Thank you for your patience and welcome to the show, episode number 20, Hustle Up Channel. This is your host, Avatar. How are you guys doing today? How's everything? How's the weather, folks? So, so on this video, I'll be continuing to be talking about the financial goals and what I've written down today. And I did some other researches and try to build my business. So here you go. Let me show you what I got. All right. So the topic, it says right here, Planet Wealth Research. So according to what I find out today, let's begin with the 5% of the population around the world. So this is not only in the States, but it will include the entire planet of the wealth and how the system works and how the population utilizes their daily spending, expenses, and classes of people. So the first one I'll describe first is the 5% of the population. So the 5% in the world, you can consider that as the rich population. And rich people always get rich and richer because they speculate a lot of money on the they get a lot of their money coming back from the dividends funds and stocks and mutual funds and all those things that they get at least 3 or 5% turn back every time they buy a couple bucks stock from Pepsi or Apple and Amazon. So the rich class would be considered as when I was researching this is at least $5 million. So let's say if someone has a house that was $5 million sold out. So the 5% I'm talking about right now is called generational wealth transfer. So basically one generation wealth goes to the next generation, and that's the 5% I was talking about. But that would be like at least a $5 million person. Which is very rare, I guess. So these are the real actual figures. I took it off today from my research. So basically generation to generation, so it's called generational wealth transfer, and that's 5% on the planet. Now let's talk about 15%. 15% is the middle class. The middle class are the ones that people like us, they're happy with little savings, with a tiny house, and they have some savings for their small vacations. And there's nothing wrong with that because, as they say, money cannot buy happiness, but poverty also cannot. Let me see what I wrote down actually. I think it's called money can buy happiness, but poverty can't buy anything, right? So we are middle class. I would not say we're really on the poverty line, but so the middle class is the 15% I was talking about, that they are happy with what they're doing, and whenever they receive their paycheck, they transfer to their personal account, and then they spend it all. The more they make, the more they spend. But it's a good thing to, I guess, invest in something so that you can get something back. You know how people get dividends, and this is how people set up retirement accounts. So let's talk about the 80% of the population in the world. The 80%. They say 80% of the population in the world end up working at an older age. Even though when they get old, they have two choices. Either they still need to work, or they would need help from their family members for their expenses and expenditures and rent, etc., and food and supplies. Or they get subsidies from the government, and that's how they live off based on those money for survival. So this is what I find out today. And that's the main reason on my last video I talked about investing in mutual funds and retirement. And so it's important, and it's so important to know about what you make and what you spend, and setting up your goals as budget and expenses and income wise. So whatever you make, you write it down. And another thing I suggest you is having a Mint app. I'm not advertising for them, but I have that app that it automatically calculates all your expenses and budget and income. So it shows you if it's red, it shows you in the red zone, which is a danger zone. If it shows you yellow, means you're a little bit okay, and green, I think is the best. It automatically calculates all your expenses and it shows you where the money went, what's going on. So let's say if you have an extra charge on your bank, it's linked with your bank. They'll notify you immediately, and it's free. I always use them, and I think it's very useful tool to keep up with all these things. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and this was just a self-knowledge and for documenting everything down that I've learned. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to see you on my next video, and we will continue to talk about about more financial goals, and on my next episode. So this is all about for today's recap: the 5%, 15%, and 80%. The first one was the generational wealth transfer one to another. The second one was the middle class, and then the 80% is when they get old. They have to work, so that pretty much is the poverty. So in order not to reach the 80% and continue to stay in the middle and on this generation, I suggest myself too that I would be keep focusing on my investments. People buy real estate, and that's my future goal, but not for now. So I'll focus on my aim will be on that one. So I hope you can comment below and you tell me if you have any suggestion and what do you think about this video. Enjoy this video, and I hope you can start something too, and also build up your passive income. And we'll talk about more on the other video. And I'm ending my video now, and thank you for watching episode number 20. And I'll see you on my next video, and I hope you have a great day. Thumbs up and hustle up, and don't forget your financial goals. Have a great one. Bye-bye.